for everyone watching worldwide on our YouTube and Facebook streams. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to June Boom 3! Before we begin this very special live stream presentation here for Gangrel's Wrestling Asylum, at this time, please stand for the playing of our national anthem here on Flag Day. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, before we get into today's action, we would like to recognize George H. Silvernail of the Lions Club here locally in Dania Beach, a decorated veteran, passed away today. We certainly want to send the condolences to his family on behalf of the entire GWA. You will certainly be missed, George, as you're a big part of what we do here at Gangrel's Wrestling Asylum. GWA, welcome back to the Asylum. Everyone watching worldwide, you can certainly see we have a limited capacity, a little bit different than we had a few weeks back when we were feeding South Florida. We're still practicing social distancing. You see each and every one of the fans here with the masks on, making sure it's the safest environment possible for not only the fans, but of course, our wrestlers as well. But everyone here today is here for a reason, and they are here for the action, as it's all about June Boom 3, as we've got a great card on hand for you. We were talking about it with the fans in attendance before we went on the air on YouTube and Facebook here this afternoon. A big-time championship main event coming up. But folks, let's get right into it. Who's ready for our opening contest? The first match in front of fans inside the Asylum since January. Let's get it rocking. Ladies and gentlemen, your opening contest of June Boom 3 is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, he is fighting out of Miami, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the spectacular JC. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, fighting out of Broward County, Florida, weighing in at 165 pounds, Jay Vidal. All of this expensive-ish, my jello boots, Mussolini, all of this expensive-ish, run it up on all of this expensive-ish, Ferrari, coupe, Lamborghini, Beamer, Benz, and Bentley-ish, run up the tab, run up the tab, everything new edition, everything expensive, run up the tab, run up the tab, everything new edition, everything expensive. Yeah, I'm schoolies, make them pay tuition, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, everything new edition, these fake be renting, and Remy Ma so real, everything is mine, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live here inside Gangrel's Wrestling Asylum as we are set for June Boom 3. Once again, I'm Blake Chadwick calling the action all afternoon long. Here's the first time we've had fans inside Gangrel's Wrestling Asylum for about 5 months. As we have got a great card on hand once again, folks, here is bell sounds. We are underway. Opening contest here. Spectacular JC one-on-one with Jay Vidal. Both men here, veterans of the squared circle, been a part of the GWA for well over a year now. As Jay Vidal, of course, spent some time out on the West Coast in Las Vegas, plying his trade, learning from some trainers such as D'Lo Brown, Sin Bodie, part of the Snake Pit there under Jake the Snake Roberts. As Vidal's going to try to utilize his speed and quickness. And look at that. Vidal catches him there with a Insaguri. Ducks underneath one more time. Off the ropes goes Jay Vidal, trying to utilize that speed quickness in the early going. And look at that. Flips right back around. Multiple revolutions around the spectacular JC. Takes him down with the head scissors. And Jay Vidal starting to get things moving here. As JC's going to miss him in the corner. And Vidal now trying to use that stick and move strategy. JC's got to have a good 6 inches or so on him now. Oh, and Vidal slips. Trying to go to the top there, that signature springboard. And JC's going to take him right down. And then levels him there with the pump kick. And all 265 of the spectacular one. In firm control here against Jay Vidal. In our opening contest here, if you go back to Feeding South Florida, our big event, just about 3 weeks ago or so, Jay Vidal started things off there and picked up a huge win over Damian Fenry, or some call that a bit of an upset. And Vidal trying to keep the momentum rolling here on in to the month of June here for June Boom 3. As Vidal, of course, made his triumphant return back here to the GWA just a few months ago. And has been chomping at the bit to get an active competition. Power slam there by the Spectacular One. And another near fall as JC utilizing those power moves here in the early going to stay a step ahead of Jay Vidal. Still to come tonight. I talked about it at the top. Women's tag team action. Rocky Radley, Chelsea Durden taking on Kai Lynn King and Anna Diaz in what should be a top matchup amongst the 4 top contenders for the GWA Women's Championship. Of course, currently held by Nicole Lucero. And look at JC there. A couple of reps. And then the overhead. Just launches him right there. 2. And a near fall, says referee Randy Eller now, as a Spectacular JC trying to remain in control. And JC trying to keep Jay Vidal grounded here. As JC now will follow the orders there of the official. But he has Vidal in the corner here. That near side corner comes in, and Vidal moves out of the way, and the step up it's Seguri, and he caught him right in the mush. And Vidal now gonna go back upstairs yet again. And this time he connects with that springboard Hurricane Rana. Nicely done by Vidal to take him down. Vidal reaching back now. And Jay Vidal gets JC out of the corner now. Vidal, he's gonna go all the way upstairs. Keep your eyes on Jay Vidal. High cross body from the top. Will that be enough? Vidal, lateral press, hooks that outside leg, and only gets 1. As you see the power of Spectacular JC just launches him right off of him after only a 1 count. And it looks like JC might have grabbed a handful of hair there as Randy Eller looks to admonish him here as Jay Vidal, he's fighting back. Vidal goes for the haymaker. Oh, JC's got him. Full Nelson. And there's the roll through. Vidal, pinning combination, he's gonna get the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Jay Vidal.
Impressive win there for Jay Vidal. That stick and move like strategy. As you see him able to overcome the odds and picks up the huge win right there. You really have to give it to Jay Vidal. He has the size differential there. That was, of course, on the side of the Spectacular JC. But the speed and quickness got the best of it right there as Jay Vidal picks up a big-time win in our opening contest here of June Boom 3. Folks, throughout that matchup, I talked about some of the action coming up a little bit later on here this afternoon, including tag team action, and it's coming up next is Alex Chamberlain's coming out here. What the hell is Alex Chamberlain doing? As Chamberlain, he's not on the card, as we're going to have to get him the microphone here.
I'll tell you what I'm doing, Blake. I don't know if, maybe I'll remind some of you, you're looking at one of the greatest wrestlers in the ring today, Alex Chamberlain. And suffices to say, I'm a little irritated that I haven't been invited to Feeding South Florida, to any of the live productions, because obviously, whenever my name goes up on the board, no one signs up to challenge me. Hence why I introduced the Chamberlain Challenge to begin with. Because I wanted to take on the best wrestlers that the world had to offer, and no one could beat me. Not one, not any. So, I was thinking, how do I make myself relevant even more for the GWA? don't necessarily have a tag team partner, but we are in a school. There is a tag team tournament coming up. So, light bulb. I'm going to enter myself into the tag team tournament. Going to take the titles and just add just a little bit more sweetness to the legacy I've been hammering out for almost half my life. And just to give you a little bit of a history lesson, before I was traveling the world and beating champion after champion and country after country, I used to be a pretty accomplished tag team wrestler back in the day. The old Red Devil Fight Team. So, let's see what Gangrel's Wrestling Asylum has to offer. I want to throw out an open challenge. Let's see what any student who thinks they can hang with Chamberlain, be my partner, why don't you come on out? Let's see what you can do. I am curious to see what the talent pool will offer me.
Alex Chamberlain coming out here.
Come on, anybody.
Talking
Anybody
about
who
his
has
tag
it.
team accomplishments, of course,
Yay.
Chamberlain,
Here
well
we
over
go.
15-year veteran, as this is one of the students here from Gangrel's Wrestling
A
Asylum.
person who actually looks like a professional wrestler. Huh, weird. Yeah, nice little build on you. Nice to meet you. Alice, what's your name?
Metodi.
Tody. Where are you from?
Area.
The area. Ah, Eastern Bloc. It's a hardy breed of people right there, huh? They are. I'm impressed. No. Look like you put some time in the gym. I like it. Now, I'm gonna, not to insult you, but I don't know you. I've been wrestling a long time. I look at a lot of guys. It doesn't necessarily mean just because you look good, it doesn't mean you can do what I do. So, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a quick little physical run through. We're gonna do some stuff. I just want to see mechanically how you move, you know, just for my own comfort.
I guess
So
this
can
is the
sleep a
Chamberlain
little easier.
Challenge?
So first off, let's how about some push-ups? Do some push-ups. Let's see. We'll nail out 30. Go for 30. 30 push-ups. All right. Let's see them. I want to see some good form. Let's count along. 1, 2, 3.
As it looks like we've got a
Nice. Impressive.
series of push-ups here by
All
Metodi,
right.
one of the young students here at Gangrel's
Nice.
Wrestling Asylum.
Oh, yeah, you almost, yeah. Oh. All right, that's good. Get up here. You got some upper body. I like that, I like
Need
that.
some
All right.
strength here.
Let's move over to legs, you know? The most important part of an athlete is what? The base. The base, ladies and gentlemen. These right here. That's why I wear my shorts so high. Can't fit any other shorts, can't fit pants. Legs are too big.
Yes, the red ones
So
are the
we're
wash.
gonna crack out some squats, all right? And I'm sure you know plenty about that. Let's see you do some squats. I want to see what you got. All right, 1, nice. 2, 3, 4. Very nice. Good. All right, bud. That's awesome. That is awesome. You look like you might do something. I'm impressed. I like what I see. You got potential, kid. All right, one more just for you know, for laughs, right, Blake? That's what we're all about. We're all about having fun. You know, Blake's idea. He wants to see you do some sit-ups.
You've got it.
Let's do
Kidding
some
me.
sit-ups.
This is the
I'm gonna count
supposed
with ya.
Chamberlain Challenge here.
Here we go. Crack them out. Just do 20.
Series of calisthenics here by
3.
young Metodi.
Nice. 4.
Looks
Very
like
good
he's
form. 5. Keep it going.
Able
6.
to live up to everything that Alex is asking
What a
of him.
specimen. 8. 9. Wow, that's impressive.
Oh, come on! What is this about?
You think you can hang with me?
Alex
You
Chamberlain,
think you got what it takes?
he's out here asking for a tag team partner.
How dare you think you can come in here, get in my ring, and you think you can be my
Wait a minute.
partner?
Wait a minute. I know that music.
Disrespect.
Here he comes. The Vampire Warrior. Gangrel is out. As this is unreal. Gangrel coming out here.
You're a student.
Makes the save for young Metodi.
Teach you some respect before they just roll in the ring with me. I'm gonna find one more job. I'm gonna coach your whole show tonight. You know what, Blake? I'm gonna join you at color commentary, and I'm gonna run down every single stupid student you have We're going to see who else is worthy to get in the ring with me.
So what a bonus here. Alex Chamberlain going to join the broadcast table as he puts young Matodi.
So what about that opening contest, GWA? The first one you've been able to see in quite some time here in the Asylum. And I also have to point out, didn't get a chance at the top of the show, but you will see him here all day long in between each and every match. Let's give it up for Biosuit Man. Cleaning and sanitizing for the safety of all in between each and every bout.
You look stupid.
All right, GWA fans. So we started things off with a singles contest. I teased it a little before we went on the air. And Alex Chamberlain just mentioned he might be looking for tag team gold here, as we are still looking to crown tag team champions here very, very soon for Gangrel's Wrestling Asylum. But who's ready for some tag team action right now here at June Boom 3? Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit and is a special tag team attraction. Introducing first, team number one. They are weighing in at 350 pounds of muscle steel and sex appeal. They are TMD, Moonshine, Rex Calhoun. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rockin' Rodeo Express. And ladies and gentlemen, their opponents at a total combined weight of 360 pounds. They are residing in parts well known. Ladies and gentlemen, the team of T.C. Reed and Steve Beck.
Joining us. Party really begins. Now we get to hear this guy's name screamed incessantly by all the mouth breathers.
So, folks, welcome back here. June Boom 3, Blake Chadwick, now joined alongside Alex Chamberlain. Alex, of course, you coming out here unannounced, not on tonight's card. We haven't seen you in quite some time here at the GWA, but now you, of course, here, and looks like you want some tag team gold around your waist.
I absolutely do, Blake. I mean, I think it's pretty ridiculous that, you know, your number one star, your number one athlete on the entire program.
Wait, here we go.
You're going right into it.
And the Rock and Rodeo Express, this is not the first time we've seen them in the GWA. They, of course, have competed at the casino at Dania Beach in an untelevised event. Steve Beck in here with some new gear alongside TC Reed. The proverbial fan favorites as it relates to the tag team division. And Alex, I know you might not like to hear it, but probably the people that everyone wants to see walk out with the tag team titles.
An alleged fan favorite. I mean, that's a strong word to use there, Blake. I would definitely disagree with you that says no one wants to see these guys win. They don't want to see winners win. They want to see guys like me win. You don't want to see Steve. You don't want to see this.
So the Rock and Rodeo Express competing primarily on the west coast of the country in California.
Proven duo. Been as long as I've been.
Certainly has been around quite a long time. There's TMD in the ring right now. Moonshine, Rex Calhoun, his tag team partner on the apron. And of course, Steve Beck and TC Reed, we talked about their popularity, but the last time we saw them in the ring, they were on the unfortunate end of things as they lost to Julio and Stefan, the Guadalupe brothers, another tag team that we will see competing in the tag team title tournament.
That's what you get for monkey flipping.
Good set of guys right there. Guadalupe's. I've been at the trailer with them plenty of times. We're going to see what a lot of these guys can do. I mean, that's why I'm here. Now I actually get to study.
Alex, you go back about a year ago today. You, of course, were in a battle royal to determine the final two contenders for the GWA Heavyweight Championship. You were the last two along with Lakai. Later on that afternoon, Lakai was able to slip by you at June Boom 2, winning that heavyweight championship. You've had matches with him since. You've had matches with Gangrel. You've been a Rhino. You've been all up and down the card. But as you said, you're kind of going back to your roots here, looking for the tag team titles here in the tag team division.
Well, I mean, you know, basically the whole world had to stop, and they had to basically shut the whole country down in order to make sure that I wasn't going to pursue the GWA heavyweight title.
And Steve Beck there with a beautiful drop kick, sending TMD right down. Look at the power of Steve Beck here, picking the larger TMD up, dropping him with the scoop slam. Off the rope, Beck goes and drops the leg. Here we go. Steve Beck hooks that outside leg one, and there's a near fall.
Steve's not putting his foot across the shoulders, man. It's going to cost him. He's rookie mistakes like this.
Let's go. Bring me in. Let's go.
Steve Beck and TC Reed have built momentum like a snowball here in the GWA. Really picked up the pace over the last year or so. It looked like maybe a makeshift team at first, and they've become a full-time unit ever since. Referee Randy Ellers has a 2 count right there. They've gone against the likes of the SSF, the Samoan Strike Force, in a valiant effort, unfortunately on the losing end of things. But here comes the tag in the Moonshine Rex Calhoun. The different dynamic here of the Rock and Rodeo Express.
I've only seen Rex a couple times. Yeah, he's got some size to him.
And one thing, of course, you have to take a look at here. Again, TMD, Rex Calhoun, of course, the Rock and Rodeo Express. They've only been in the GWA a couple of times, but that cannot take away what they've done in their careers. Of course, as tag team wrestlers throughout the West Coast, wherever they've been. TC Reed here, another tag team specialist, Alex. Of course, you've gone against him in the past.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, one of the more well-accomplished tag teams here in South Florida. And now he's applying his trade not only as a single, but with a different partner in the form of Steve Beck. Alex, you have partnered with many guys throughout your career. You've had most success, of course, with the Red Devil Fight Team. But what's it like going from one partner to the next and changing your strategy?
I mean, there's going to be a lot of dynamic changes there because, I mean, in terms of what you do, you kind of base it off your opponent. So, Red Devil Fight Team, I was a small guy to a big guy. And that was back when my opponent,
I didn't learn that. I didn't learn that.
6'4", almost 30 pounds.
Absolutely.
So therefore, I would do a lot more work. Now, that was 10 years ago. I'm also 30 pounds heavier and I'm also a lot sophomore season and learn a lot. So you're going to look at your opponent, you're going to battle out your game plan. Our game plan was always I bring him down, he's the big guy, he gets in there, and he gets in hard.
There we go, TC Reed. Okada roll attempt, 1-2. Only a near fall in TMD as Randy Eller's back was turned, catches him with a knee trembler right to the side of the head. And I'll tell you what, Rockin' Rodeo Express coming in here, not necessarily trying to get under the fans' skin, but they're utilizing some extracurricular tactics, if you will, to gain the advantage in this one.
And that's what you got to do. I mean, as you've heard me say it many times, man, there are no rules to success when it comes to wrestling. You get away with what you can. At the end of the day, if you walk away with a win, you walk away with a winner's purse.
Calhoun showing off the offense right there, and a tag back into TMD as the Rockin' Rodeo Express doing an excellent job right here of cutting the ring right in half. And Calhoun gonna send TMD in. And like a freight train coming in the corner, TMD just catches him. And Eller now drops down and a near fall. And Alex, of course, you're sitting here watching with me ringside on commentary, but you have to think watching worldwide on YouTube and Facebook. Some of the other tag teams that, of course, will be in competition whenever we do end up crowning new tag team champions here for the very first time in the GWA. We talked about, of course, the Guadalupe brothers, the Samoan Strike Force. Those are teams you have to keep an eye out on for. The Headbangers, the Powers of Pain, the Unled. A lot of teams out there, eyes focused squarely on what's happening in the ring right now here at June Boom 3.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be one of those, you know, opening volleys to seeing what's going to be on the field. So a lot of half those teams that you mentioned are going to be here tonight. So that's all tape study. That's all. But here today, now we're going to see some tag teams that can actually get some work done. And see if we're able to get these guys down. Look at this. TC,
look at the power there.
Manhandle right now. Beautiful
German release suplex by Rex Calhoun. And you normally think TMD would be the one with the power, but Calhoun showing off some of his own, as he is technically the largest man in this matchup.
I like the style. I think guys slowly take your time. Break your opponent down. This is exactly what you got to do.
Veteran move right there, utilizing the tag with the heel. Taking out about 3 feet of distance needed to get to the corner. As Randy Eller, I don't believe he saw it, but Calhoun comes right back with a suplex. Still remaining in control. Much to the chagrin here of the Rockin' Rodeo Express. And Calhoun. He's got him now full Nelson. And he's trying to lock those fingers in. If he can interlock the fingers here. Oh, and there's a drop toe hold by TC Reed. As Calhoun and TMD, a miscommunication right there, Alex.
Dirty tactics on TC's part.
And here comes the tag. Steve Beck is in. And it's time for the Beck effect to take over here on the Asylum. Steve Beck, that standing dropkick, down goes TMD. Takes down Rockin' Rex Calhoun right there. Rather, Moonshine Rex Calhoun.
TMD being playing it smart, cutting him down while he's got the momentum going.
The Irish whip here. Steve ducks underneath the clothesline. Here he goes, the crossbody. Takes out both men. Nicely done by Steve Beck.
Not capitalizing with a pin, though. See, right there, that's another mistake.
Might have been a mistake indeed. As Beck now goes for the Irish whip, reversed by Moonshine. Comes right back the other way, and Steve Beck with the reverse neck breaker. Looking to possibly put him in position now to close the door alongside his partner. But TMD, he grabs him now. Can he interlock those fingers with the full Nelson?
He ain't breaking that.
And Moonshine winds up, and Steve Beck ducks. And the partners connect with one another here. And Steve Beck.
Where's this 5-second call?
TC Reed, oh, the eat defeat right into the side Russian leg sweep, floats over 2, 3, and that's gonna do it.
That's shenanigans right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, the team of TC Reed and Steve Beck.
Right there.
I mean,
TC Reed and Steve Beck.
sun shines on a dog's
and I
back
kind of got
once
this.
a day.
You know what I mean?
Is that what they say?
We still had him. We had him on the way. What happened?
Say a broken
You
slot
lost.
is right twice a day, however you like to put it. But nonetheless, the hand hits the mat for the third time by Randy Eller, and TC Reed and Steve Beck get a win. And I'll tell you what, Alex, with this win here, possibly gearing up towards July in a tag team title tournament, we could be talking about Reed and Beck now having a little bit more momentum being built to that contest.
Hey, I mean, a win's a win. Can't take that away from them. But to be honest, I hope I'm first in line to pick on those guys. Because I promise you, I've taken on both opponents before, beat them both. So see where we end up.
We're trying to figure out exactly who you want to have as your safety partner, because Nothing But Tony comes out here, has never been in an in-ring contest, and you essentially humiliate him from the title.
I taught him a valuable lesson. Don't overestimate your worth. And see, the thing with wrestling nowadays, so many guys do that. They think they're better than they are. So you know what? If anything, he'll thank me in 10 years. He's going to come over to me on bended knee, and he's going to be like, you know what? You taught me a valuable lesson. I should never have gotten in the ring with you to begin with. It was disrespectful. I mean, I'm a seasoned veteran.
Wait a minute, hold on. Get some cameras on this here. Biosuit Man just attacked Steve Beck and TC Reed. If you listen to the music,
right here.
That's the unled.
Smart.
Here comes the Snake Master of Buddha Dean.
Smart.
Abaddon is out. What is happening right now? I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Alex, I was not able to get a full. Wait, that's EVK.
Yeah, it is EVA.
EVK. He's bodysuit man, biosuit man. Come on now.
See, this is a genius play right here. You beat your opponents when they're not looking.
And you have to wonder, at Feeding South Florida a few weeks back, was EVK biosuit man then too?
Probably was. Hey, this is probably a long-term play, and now any momentum these two had, completely broken right here.
A plan
psychologically
put in
and
place.
physically.
He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
At least to our knowledge, all of the members of this group here, led by the Snake Master of Buddha Dean, but who could he be?
I don't know. That's a weird thing.
As
Maybe we left him laying, too.
TC Reed and Steve Beck, they're laid out right now. We need possibly some medical attention to come out here. Wait a minute. Here's Biosuit Man. He's coming out here.
Take it.
Looks like he got knocked out, it appears. As we're trying to
so dumb in
pick
that
up
suit.
the pieces here on ringside is Beck and Reed. And if you notice there, Alex, it looks like Biosuit Man, some of the spray, that disinfectant or sanitizer, sprayed it right at Beck and Reed.
Hey, like I said, you know, they left these guys laying, and now, guess what? Seeds planted in their head. Now they're going to have to watch their back wherever they go.
Unbelievable turn of events right here, folks. Certainly the issues between the unled TC Reed and Steve Beck, they appear far from over here in the GWA. But this tag team title division, the situation surrounding the vacant championships, certainly is heated up here at June Boom 3.
Absolutely.
What were you thinking? Stepping into the realm of the deadly, sinister, vampire warrior. I'm a bust that buster, hush that hustler. Sock all you suckers, leave you flunks in a fluster. Punch till you buster, crunch till you cluster. Rock with the ruckus, leave you mashed up, you muster. Lost your mind, now you hanging and clanging for your life. When I strike, I be mangling and strangling with a vice so precise. No man could be handling the vampire warrior who's banging and banging. I'm a crush, I'm a strike with a venomous blow. I'm a smush, I'm a spike till the blood overflow. I'm a push, I'm a fight so your fear of me grow. Ain't nobody immune to the death when we go. I'm a tear, I'm a stab, it's a devilish show. I'm a spit, I'm a jab, leave a hole in your throat. I'm a sear, I'm a slap, in your blood you will flow. Just in case y'all still didn't know, I'm a killer. Yeah, it's the vampire warrior who's banging and banging.
Beck and TC Reed picking up a big win here as they look to become the very first GWA Tag Team Champions. Of course, back in March, we thought for the first time we were going to crown new Tag Team Champions. But of course, everything going on in the world right now has delayed that. And folks, coming up hopefully in the month of July, for the very first time, we will crown GWA Tag Team Champions. Of course, some of the names entered in that mix. We know about TC Reed and Steve Beck, the Unled, who we just saw make a very surprise, unadvertised appearance here at June Boom 3. They're slated to be a part of that. The legendary Powers of Pain, the Headbangers, the Samoan Strike Force, the Guadalupe Brothers, who we saw make their GWA debut on our first live stream for Feeding South Florida just a few weeks back. A lot of great action, a lot of great competition, including possibly the man sitting with me at the broadcast table, Alex Chamberlain, as he's looking for a partner to enter in the fray.
Greatest wrestler
for
alive.
those tag team championships. A couple of announcements here before we get to match number 3 here at June Boom 3. As you're watching live on YouTube and Facebook, thank you for joining us here. Tell your friends, tell your family. A lot of time left to go here on our live stream, including our big-time GWA heavyweight title main event, as Lakai is set to defend his championship coming up here a little bit later on. And again, if you'd like to make a donation, please go to www.gwaflorida.com/donations. A $10 donation gets you a signed show poster. $30 gets you a signed show poster, as well as an official GWA t-shirt. We will reach out to you in the next 24 hours for your size. And GWA Florida, a registered nonprofit organization and a 501c3. So all donations and purchases are fully tax deductible. And of course, if you'd like to purchase any of our great GWA merchandise, we have some of it on display here at the broadcast table. 2 different kinds of hats. Of course, Gangrel's hot sauce. Go check it out at gwaflorida.com. And throughout the entire quarantine, lockdown, whatever you'd like to call it, we've been putting our great matches on our YouTube channel. You're either watching that right here, right now, or when you're done today, you want to get some more GWA action in, can't get enough, get your fix at GWA Florida on YouTube. A lot of great matches from our shows at the casino at Dania Beach. Some action here from inside the asylum. All that free to you on YouTube. So GWA, everyone watching worldwide, are we ready for some more action? Gangrel's Wrestling Asylum, I know we're not at full capacity, but you've been waiting to get back through those doors for a long time. I know you've got a lot of energy in you. GWA, are we ready for some more action?
Everyone's
Ladies and
favorite
gentlemen,
referee.
June Boom 3 continues with the following contest set for one fall and a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, he is fighting out of Miami, Florida, weighing in at 220 pounds, Damian Fenrir.
Yeah, here we Now we're going to see what he can do against his opponent.
And ladies and gentlemen, introducing his opponent. He is fighting out of Santa Cruz, California, weighing in at 247 pounds. The Vampire Warrior. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Gangrel.
Yo, what were you thinking? Stepping into the realm of the deadly, sinister, Vampire warrior. I'm a bust that buster. Hush that hustler. Sock all you suckers, leave you flunks in a fluster. Punch till you buster. Crunch till you cluster. Rock with the ruckus, leave you mashed up, you muster.
Look at this fool right here.
You hanging and clanging for your life. When I strike, I'll be mangling and strangling with a vice so precise.
All right, folks, June Boom 3 continues. Once again, Blake Chadwick alongside Alex Chamberlain. Alex, a man that you wrestled against all over the United States, East Coast, West Coast, regional TV, national TV. You've been all over the block with the Vampire Warrior. What are you thinking about heading into this matchup here when you're looking across the ring and you see Gangrel? What enters your mind?
I'm gonna win is the first thing that enters my mind. Because I've been in the ring with him enough times and I've beaten him enough times that I figured it out. Well, I'll tell you this, every single time you get in there with him, it's never easy. Never is. Doesn't mean I like him any less though. I hate that guy more than anything in the world. Really do. Yeah, you. I'm looking at you.
Of course, he can't be too pleased with you after the display you put on a little bit earlier on.
Could care less what Gangrel thinks of me at the end of the day. See? Playing it smart.
As bell sounds, we're underway here. Gangrel.
Thinks he earned, just because he puts his name on the company, he thinks he can automatically get respect from everyone. And it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
The teacher versus the student here.
Let's see if Damien actually learns anything. I like what I see. Tell you that.
As Fenrir suffered his first loss here in the GWA just about a month ago. South Florida, he lost the opening round yesterday down to the top the GWA 6-7. Fenrir here, your season better. What do you look at? Positive, negative. What do you see?
I mean, positive. See, I mean, this guy knows what he's doing. He puts his time in. He's got discipline. The big thing is discipline. He's got that experience. Drawback, experience. He's been doing this less than 2 years at this point. That's going to be I'll judge anybody. You've got to put those miles on. It's trial by fire in wrestling. Gladiators with that sport. That athleticism.
Who has always with cockiness. And Gangrel here catches him in midair and just dumps him there with a scoop slam. Off the ropes he goes. And the Vampire Warrior
showing obvious signs of frustration.
Looked like he might have been setting up for that signature corkscrew elbow, but it looks like
second guessing himself.
He might have bagged off.
He never makes that mistake. And that's the thing is that he's, I mean, you're going to get in the ring with your student. What do you want to do? Put him down? You want to hurt him permanently?
He teaches him a lesson right there, drives that elbow to the base of it right in the heart.
What's going on there now?
And the Vampire Warrior all fired up here. And you have to think, Alex, you know, you take a seasoned veteran like Gangrel, been around for over 30 years. Essentially, he's not really competed in the last 3+ months.
Yep.
That's got to do some positive additions to his body. He's been able to recover. He's been able to get back to full strength.
He's definitely moving faster than he usually does.
There's
I'll say that. I will
injuries.
say. I can't take away. This guy's been on the road nonstop for 30 years. No one in wrestling is doing what he's done. I will give him that.
As Fenrir tries to come in, and Gangrel gonna send him to the apron. Oh!
Smart.
And Fenrir.
Here we go.
Look at the athleticism of this young man.
I'm
Leaps
liking
right
this.
up to the apron. He's all the way upstairs, and Fenrir catches him with the missile drop kick.
Come on, get on him.
And he puts the teacher right down. 1, 2. Poor ring positioning right there. Might have been a rookie mistake.
Easy thing to coach. Like, easy thing to coach. I'll say, the good thing with young guys like this, their minds are spun. I don't know why, but they have the right person guide them. What it takes.
With Fenrir being a student, he wants to see him grow, he wants to see him get better. At the same time, this is an active matchup. Mistakes, these are Gangrel wants to put himself back in position for another shot at Lakai, because very rarely does the Vampire Warrior lose. Wants to agree to his own skill. He'd like to claim his own chip.
I mean, who doesn't want to win? But the thing I'll say this is that he's going to get in the ring with his student, he's going to hold back like he is. I wouldn't do that. You're doing the kid a disservice. Don't second guess yourself just because you might hurt your student. That's dumb. A W is a win, is a win, is a win at the end of the day.
As Fenrir here trying to frustrate Gangrel. And the Vampire Warrior, who's trying to stay one step ahead of his younger and quicker student. Blowing off a little steam right here. As Gangrel, his second matchup of the weekend, he competed in Cocoa Beach on Friday night. The Vampire Warrior has not had a two-match weekend in months.
No, I mean, you can tell he's ramping himself up. That's the thing about Gangrel is that the more he gets going and the more any damage you start doing, he starts getting meaner and meaner. And then it does get harder to put him down, I'll say that. It's like trying to hold the pit bull with a blanket.
As Gangrel cinching in here, the camel clutch sitting right on the lower base of the back, a lower lumbar region, trying to wrench back on the neck there of Fenrir.
You know what? I got a problem because of you. You got me out of my mind right now, and I'm going to come stay out of my business.
Keep second guessing yourself. I'm sitting right here.
As Alex Chamberlain, Gangrel sends a message directly to you. To your defense, you have not said or done one thing throughout this matchup, but your sheer presence out here, you're playing mind games with the master of the mind games.
Well, I mean, that's my lot in wrestling. I can walk into any locker room. Guess what they do? All eyes on me. I don't get to do anything. I'm living rent-free in this guy's head right now, and it's costing him a match against a rookie. A rookie.
And you have to think, what Gangrel's psyche be like if he loses to Lakai last month and then comes here a few weeks later and loses to Damian Fenrir. Once the students start getting the best of the teacher, it's really start time to second guess.
I mean, confidence is everything in the sport. If you don't win, it really affects your game. And obviously, this is playing 3-month break, coming off a loss from 3 months ago. You take a break, you come back. I mean, you're going to work back into your rhythm, your mood. This is where Damian's going to be able to take advantage against a guy like Gangrel, because you're not going to get a chance when you're a rookie to ever beat guys like him. That's going to be hard to do.
And this is one of those tough spots as a rookie, Alex. You look at a guy like Fenrir in control right now, but to know what to do next, to know how to keep the momentum rolling, sometimes that can be a little bit difficult with that lack of experience here. Fenrir sends him for a ride. Gangrel, that double arm trap, overhead
right
release,
there.
belly-to-belly suplex. Signature Gangrel offense right there, sends him reeling into the far side corner. Now Gangrel charges in, and there's the bulldog right out to the center.
And this is where the experience is starting to show through, because if you don't have something explosive on him right away, he will make that comeback. I've been on the receiving end of that one, and it's never easy to bounce back. I mean, it rocks you, not only back, but then face, head.
And like the proverbial snowball rolling down the mountain, he's picking up that momentum, and he's not letting up. As Gangrel here could be looking to set him up for that impaler.
There we go. See?
Well scouted by Fenrir.
He's taking that extra time you wouldn't normally do in a match. I don't know if it's nerves from me being out here, because I mean, I'm a pretty intimidating guy, I'll admit.
Oh, and Fenrir gonna snatch Gangrel right down. The Vampire Warrior hits the mat.
I like this.
And now Fenrir, he's going to rarefied air. That might have been a mistake there, Alex.
He's already gone to the top once, and he got lucky the first time, but...
As Gangrel, he's heading all the way upstairs.
Waiting for Rain to get that count.
Gangrel going for a little throwback, perhaps, maybe going for a superplex. But Fenrir pushes him off.
He's been about a half a step behind this whole time against him. Oh, never mind.
He already hit it once in the match. Gangrel had it well scouted. He saw it coming the second time.
Went to the well one too many times.
Misses that missile drop kick, and now the opening could be right there for the taking. As Gangrel, he picks him up. There's the power bomb. He's going to pick him up again here. Looks like he could go for a tiger bomb, perhaps.
Whoa.
And we're going back to All Japan here, Alex.
This is...
And there's the slingshot right into the corner and snatches him. Wait, where are you going? Where the hell are you going? Come back out here. As Chamberlain's left the broadcast table, he pops up. Gangrel's getting into it with Chamberlain here. Fenrir's up. Gangrel ducks underneath. He kicks him in the midsection. He's calling for it. There's the impaler. He's got it. 1, 2, and Chamberlain, no. Chamberlain, he's going to attack Gangrel at the bell. That's going to be a disqualification. As Chamberlain has broken up the pin. And now Alex here, shouting instructions at Damian Fenrir. Fenrir has no idea what's going on. And based on what we saw earlier with Matodi, the young student of Gangrel, and Chamberlain putting the beating on him. Oh, as Gangrel trying to go after Chamberlain,
And there's Fenrir. He's attacking his teacher. Come on now. This is uncalled for. Let's get some help out here. As Damian Fenrir doing the bidding of Alex Chamberlain. Oh! And there's that discus home run swing. He knocks Gangrel about 500 feet over the center field wall.
You don't second guess. He second guessed, he got laid out. I don't second guess anything. I commit, I win, you can too.
And with Alex Chamberlain here throwing out his Chamberlain challenge, trying to find a tag team partner, you almost wonder, is this your partner? What the hell was that about?
I'm just showing him a little bit of knowledge. Showing him what can be done when you do things right. So you don't hesitate.
So Alex Chamberlain here attacking Gangrel. He's the winner by disqualification.
Yo, I'm thinking, stepping into the realm of the
As
deadly,
Alex Chamberlain,
sinister,
he's getting out of here.
vampire
Folks,
warrior.
what a mess that was. But we need to regroup, we need to reset. Still 2 bouts left to go here at June Boost 3. We know about Lakai's heavyweight title defense coming up in our main event. But coming up next, it's the top 4 contenders for the GWA Women's Championship going at it in tag team action. Don't you go anywhere. June Boost 3 continues. Ladies and gentlemen, the official result of the last matchup, your winner by disqualification, the Vampire Warrior, Gangrel.
It's the vampire warrior, who's fanging and banging. Yeah, it's the vampire warrior, who's fanging and banging. Fear for the bite that makes you bleed. Where is the air you used to breathe? Near to your death you will proceed. Scared for the life you're about to lead. Yeah, ducking high 'cause I'm out for blood. Stop my destructive path, I doubt you could. Yes, my relentless wrath will trounce you. Sinister, vampire warrior. I'm a bust that buster, hush that hustler. Sock all you suckers, leave you flunks in a fluster. Punch till you buster, crunch till you cluster. Rock with the ruckus, leave you mashed up, you muster. Lost your mind, now you hanging and clanging for your life. When I strike, I be mangling and strangling with a vice so precise. No man could be handling the vampire warrior who's fanging and banging. I'm a crush, I'm a strike with a venomous blow. I'm a smush, I'm a spike till the blood overflow. I'm a push, I'm a fight so you fear of me grow. Ain't nobody immune to the death when we go. I'm a tear, I'm a stab, it's a devilish show. I'm a spear, I'm a jab, leave a hole in your throat. I'm a sear, I'm a slap, in your blood you will flow. Just in case y'all still didn't know. Sinister, vampire warrior. I'm a bust that buster, hush that hustler. Sock all you suckers, leave you flunks in a fluster. Punch till you buster, crunch till you cluster. Rock with the ruckus, leave you mashed up, you muster. Lost your mind, now you hanging and clanging for your life. When I strike, I be mangling and strangling with a vice so precise. No man could be handling the vampire warrior who's fanging and banging. I'm a crush, I'm a strike with a venomous blow. I'm a smush, I'm a spike till the blood overflow. I'm a push, I'm a fight so you fear of me grow. Ain't nobody immune to the death when we go. I'm a tear, I'm a stab, it's a devilish show.
All right, fans, welcome back on YouTube and Facebook. Thank you for joining us here at June Boom 3. I hope you've enjoyed the action thus far. We've seen a nice variety of matchups, singles action, tag team action. We're set to come down here in just a minute with our semi-main event of the afternoon. Slated to come down in July 18th, we are slated to return to the casino at Dania Beach for our tag team title tournament. Of course, that is subject to change based on the current events of the world. So, of course, stay tuned, GWAFlorida.com, as well as GWA Florida on all forms of social media for updates when our July event is coming down. When and where, it certainly will come down. Just location and time is to be determined, but we are determined to bring you tag team champions. You've waited a long, long time for them here in the Asylum, so we're set to crown champions for the very first time very, very soon. And again, if you'd like to purchase merchandise, go to gwaflorida.com. We have various t-shirts, a couple different styles of hats, and of course, Gangrel's hot sauce for your pleasure. And of course, there will be some other great things coming down there, merchandise-wise, in the very near future for Gangrel's Wrestling Asylum. And today, we want to also acknowledge a very special fan that is here, but not actually here. We would like to acknowledge the very first virtual fan for Gangrel's Wrestling Asylum. Our next live stream will be in July. There will be more info on how you can join Jordana Dlugatz as the very first GWA virtual fan. Jordana Dlugatz, congratulations. You are here today virtually at the GWA. We can get a camera over here to go take a look at Jordana, as she's not actually in the building, but she's here virtually in the front row. And if you want to, of course, at home, thanks, a round of applause here from our great fans in the asylum. And if you can't join us in the asylum for social distancing purposes, or if you're not local to Florida, you could, of course, be a virtual fan. Again, check out all the information coming down for our next live stream in July, where you can join Jordana as our next virtual fan. All right, GWA, are we ready for some more action? Are we ready for some women's tag team action? Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit and is a special women's tag team attraction. Introducing first, team number one. First, she is fighting out of Hollywood, Florida, Rocky Radley. And her tag team partner, she is fighting from the basement beneath Lou's Tavern, Chelsea Dirty. And ladies and gentlemen, their opponents. Introducing first, she is fighting out of Paynesville, Ohio, the Queen of Crazy, Kylie King. And ladies and gentlemen, her tag team partner, coming straight from the asylum, ladies and gentlemen, Anna Diaz.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are set for tag team action here at June Boom 3. Kylan King, Anna Diaz taking on Rocky Bradley and Chelsea Durden. These four women, no love lost amongst them, presenting the top four contenders for the GWA Women's Championship. We're going to get it done here in tag team action. Wait, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, folks. I'm getting a word from the back here. Hold on. Hold on. Really?
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 second here. I just got word from the back. As most of you know, GWA Women's Champion Nicole Lucero has not competed for quite some time here in the GWA. She has not defended her championship. I'm getting word from the back that this match here will no longer be a tag team contest. I am getting word from the back. This match, it will indeed remain one fall, but this match will now be a fatal four-way match, and this match will be a fatal four-way match where whoever makes the pinfall is the brand new GWA Women's Champion.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news right here on June Boom 3. I got it from the back right before the bell was about to sound. As this one goes from a tag team match now to a fatal four-way, one fall to a finish. So just as we were talking about no love lost amongst these four women, Anna Diaz and Kylan King, they were on the same side. And now the title will get in between the two of them here. As this is unreal. What a turn of events here. The GWA Women's Championship has just been brought out to ringside. As I was saying, Nicole Lucero has not competed in many months. The GWA officials in the back, they have essentially come to the conclusion that it's been entirely too long since she's defended the championship. And now we're going to have a new champion crown right here, folks. For you watching at home on YouTube and Facebook, breaking news for you. And for those in the asylum, what an added bonus that they were not expecting. Certainly Nicole Lucero, along with her sister Tiffany, who has suffered a litany of injuries since the fall of last year. But there's Anna Diaz with a big clothesline. As Anna wants to become a champion here for the third time in the GWA. And she loved to hit that rainbow in the dark, which is how she won her last contest against Rocky Bradley here a few weeks back at Phoenix, South Florida. We know the storied history between those two. As Diaz there, she sweeps the leg. She could be going for it right here. She nails it. One. And Radley sees it immediately. Oh. And she's going to send Anna to the floor. As, wait a minute here. There's Chelsea Durden. She's going to roll her up. Wait. And that's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match and new GWA Women's Champion, Chelsea Durden.
What a shocking turn of events right there. Not at all what we were expecting. When these four women came out, we thought we were going to see a tag team matchup. And then a golden opportunity for Kylan King, Anna Diaz, Rocky Radley, and Chelsea Durden to win a championship. As what an unbelievable turn of events right here is Chelsea Durden After being #1 contender last year, going on the shelf due to injury, now returning and winning the championship. Chelsea Durden, unbelievable turn of events right here, overcoming 3 women at the very last minute at the...
What were you thinking? Stepping into the realm of the deadly, sinister, vampire warrior. I'm a bust that buster, hush that hustler. Sock all you suckers, leave you flunks in a fluster. Punch till you buster, crunch till you cluster. Rock with the ruckus, leave you mashed up, you muster. Lost your mind, now you hanging and clanging for your life. When I strike, I be mangling and strangling with a vice so precise. No man could be handling the vampire warrior who's fanging and banging. I'm a crush, I'm a strike with a venomous blow. I'm a smush, I'm a spike till the blood overflow. I'm a push, I'm a fight so your fear of me grow. Ain't nobody immune to the death when we go. I'm a tear, I'm a stab, it's a devilish show. I'm a spear, I'm a jab, leave a hole in your throat. I'm a sear, I'm a slap, in your blood you will flow. Just in case y'all still didn't know, I'm a killer. Yeah, it's the vampire warrior who's fanging and banging. What were you thinking? Stepping into the realm of the deadly, sinister, vampire warrior. I'm a bust that buster, hush that hustler. Sock all you suckers, leave you flunks in a fluster. Punch till you buster, crunch till you cluster. Rock with the ruckus, leave you mashed up, you muster. Lost your mind, now you hanging and clanging for your life. When I strike, I be mangling and strangling with a vice so precise. No man could be handling the vampire warrior who's fanging and banging. I'm a crush, I'm a strike with a venomous blow. I'm a smush, I'm a spike till the blood overflow. I'm a push, I'm a fight so your fear of me grow. Ain't nobody immune to the death when we go. I'm a tear, I'm a stab, it's a devilish show. I'm a spear, I'm a jab, leave a hole in your throat. I'm a sear, I'm a slap, in your blood you will flow. Just in case y'all still didn't know, I'm a killer. Yeah, it's the vampire warrior who's fanging and banging. What were you thinking? Stepping into the realm of the deadly, sinister, vampire warrior. I'm a bust that buster, hush that hustler. Sock all you suckers, leave you flunks in a fluster. Punch till you buster, crunch till you cluster. Rock with the ruckus, leave you mashed up, you muster. Lost your mind, now you hanging and clanging for your life. When I strike, I be mangling and strangling with a vice so precise. No man could be handling the vampire warrior who's fanging and banging. I'm a crush, I'm a strike with a venomous blow. I'm a smush, I'm a spike till the blood overflow. I'm a push, I'm a fight so your fear of me grow. Ain't nobody immune to the death when we go.
And we want to welcome back all of you great fans on YouTube and Facebook here inside the Asylum. Everyone's wearing masks. Everyone's socially distanced. We've got sanitizer all around. It's a very safe and clean environment here for not only the wrestlers, but for the fans as well. GWA, let's show everybody at home how good of a time are we having this afternoon. You guys all feeling good? Glad to be back in the Asylum? All right. Looks like Alex Chamberlain might be rejoining me on commentary here for our big-time main event. The GWA heavyweight title is on the line. And as you just saw, the GWA Women's Championship officially stripped from Nicole Lucero. Titles held up. Tag team match turns into the Fatal 4-Way. And Chelsea Durden, your brand new GWA Women's Champion. And as I was saying during the break there, a lot more questions than answers as we head into the summer months here in the GWA. Our next live stream is scheduled for the month of July. Stay locked into GWAFlorida.com as well as GWA Florida on all forms of social media to find out exactly when and where that event will be coming down. Should be streamed right here from inside the Asylum. We might finally crown new tag team champions. We know you've been chomping at the bit for that for many, many months here at the GWA. So we certainly look forward to doing that very, very soon, along with all the other great action here from Gangrel's Wrestling Asylum. And as I talked about before, if you're joining us on YouTube, GWA Florida stream, you, of course, can check out past matches from here inside the Asylum, as well as our great shows at the casino at Dania Beach. Check out GWAFlorida.com for all of the great merchandise. You want some Gangrel hot sauce, you want some of those hats, T-shirts, all the great merch from the GWA, and I'm sure even more will be coming down very, very soon. So now that we've got that all out of the way, we only have one thing left to do. Gangrel's Wrestling Asylum, GWA, everyone watching at home, are we ready for the main event?
We got a real opponent coming out here right now. One of the most dangerous men in professional wrestling. All over the world. Guy's carrying. This is LeKay.
Ladies and gentlemen of the GWA and everyone watching worldwide on YouTube and Facebook, get ready. It's main event time. The following bout is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit and is your June Boom 3 main event and is for the GWA Heavyweight Championship. When the bell rings, the man in charge, GWA Senior Official, Randy Eller. Introducing first, he is standing to my left and is the challenger. Fighting out of Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 227 pounds. He is former NWA Triple Crown Champion, former NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. He is the International Crisis, the Tokyo Monster, Hagen.
Looks to kill, ladies and gentlemen.
And his opponent standing to my right, fighting out of Leogon, Haiti, weighing in at 250 pounds. He is the current, reigning, and defending GWA Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is LeKay. One fall, 30-minute time limit, GWA Heavyweight Championship.
And that right there is the reason why we do it. The GWA title.
And ladies and gentlemen, it has all come down to this. Bell sounds, we are underway. Main event time here of June Boom 3. GWA Heavyweight Championship on the line. Senior official Randy Eller assigned to this contest. LeKay defending against the Tokyo Monster, Kahagas. Alex Chamberlain, Cahagas is a man who waved the banner for many, many years of the National Wrestling Alliance, now looking to wave the banner of the GWA. Something has to give here as Lakai is undefeated nearly a year ago tonight, upending you for that title.
I mean, I will say Lakai is one of the first guys in a long time who's beat me straight up clean. I can admit that to myself. But, preface to say, he's only a man and every man has his day. Will it be tonight against the Tokyo Monster? Very well could be. I mean, NWA World Heavyweight Champion. I mean, that's a former champion right there. That's the guy's Harley Race, Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, and he's part of that lineage. And now he's taking on a relatively young competitor like Lakai.
And Lakai has already defeated Cahagas, did not defeat him with that swinging side slam. Was able to roll him up quickly back at the casino at Dania Beach a handful of months back. But again, Lakai's going to have to go back to the drawing board here and figure out what more he can do to take out Cahagas, because as the wily veteran Cahagas, you have to imagine he studied that tape and knows exactly the offense of Lakai now and those pros and cons, all the different weaknesses. You have to imagine he's very well versed in his game heading into tonight.
I mean, it looks in incredible shape, too. It looks like Cahagas really prepped for this. I mean, this is one of the best, and I've known him 15 years. This is one of the best shapes I've ever seen him in.
The last time I saw Cahagas, I believe, was back in January, and he looked extremely lean in that matchup, and it looks like he's been able to hold on tight and stay in shape throughout this entire lockdown situation.
With all the gyms being closed, it's actually pretty impressive.
Indeed it is, as Lakai sends him for a ride.
Ooh. See, that's going to be one thing that's going to be hard to beat. I will say this, is that Lakai is easily one of the strongest guys I've ever been in the ring with, hands down. I mean, stupid strong.
250 pounds of sheer muscle.
Great amateur wrestler in his own regard. And he doesn't, I mean, the thing is, too, how he looks at his opponents, he up here, total competitor. Doesn't let a guy like Cahagas browbeat you.
And again, Alex, you're talking about the lineage of that NWA World Heavyweight Championship, some of the guys that Cahagas has followed. When you're Lakai, you're in the ring and you're looking across at your opponent there, and you see a guy like Cahagas and know, hey, he's followed in the footsteps of the Flairs, of the Rhodes, of the Briscoes. You have to imagine that's going to be a little bit intimidating for a guy that really has only wrestled a handful of men in his career.
I mean, I absolutely would be running through my head at any given time. I mean, if you respect wrestling, you respect traditions, then you're going to respect any man who's ever held the belt. And you're going to respect the forefathers that came before him. And, I mean, this is a reason why. I mean, he's relentless. The Tokyo Monster is relentless. And that's also going to be in your head, too, because, I mean, he is a meat grinder. He will chew you up, spit you out. And then adding to the fact that he's a former world champion with some of the best wrestlers ever in the world, just adds to that. And it's always going to compound in your head for sure.
As Cahagas chopping away here at Lakai.
Isn't that strength, man? Like I said.
Pulls him right in and takes him down with the shoulder tackle. And Lakai just staring a hole right through Cahagas. And one thing about Lakai, despite his lack of experience, does not back down from anyone.
Cahagas just looks like he's just working on his game plan, making the adjustments he needs to. Strong guy, maybe a little bit stronger than him, but I don't think it's going to stop a veteran like that. See, there you go.
As Cahagas here.
Chop him down.
That palm thrust right to the throat. If you go back nearly a year ago, Alex, Cahagas one-on-one with Scott Steiner at the casino at Dania Beach. Those two spilled all around the casino. He does not mind getting his hands dirty and going toe-to-toe with his opponent.
Oh, no, he'll tear anyone apart. I mean, he'll literally rip this place apart if he has to win. But that's what it takes to win. Cahagas knows that. Lakai might not know that. He might not be willing to do with things that Cahagas is going to be willing to do.
And look at the power there of the champion. As Lakai off the ropes. Cahagas, oh,
scouted.
And Lakai might have been a bit overzealous there. Cahagas nearly telegraphed that counter, but Lakai's lack of experience did not allow him to see it coming. And now the Tokyo Monster.
Going for that stretch he's known for. Pull that leg up, here it comes. I've been on the receiving end of this, and this one hurts.
Now, if you're in Lakai's position right here, what's going through your head? What are you feeling, and what are you trying to think of what you're doing next?
I mean, to be honest, this thing's putting so much torque on your shoulder right now. You're just trying everything you can not to keep popping out of the joint. But then also, I mean, if any wrestler worth his salt is going to be looking for a rope, try to break the hold, anything you can to get out of that.
As Cahagas looks a bit frustrated right there, as he thought that might have been enough.
Torsion holds are the worst. I would take a headlock over a torsion hold any day of the week, because I mean, the pain is unbearable when it comes down to direct pressure on joints.
And now he's trying to wear down the big man with his front chancery here. And if he can suck the life out of Lakai, that will certainly be helpful in grounding him.
And that's what you're going to do with a guy like A guy like Cajegas, this is what you got to do. You got to how are you going to slow a bull down? You're gonna cut off the air supply. You're going to get him to hopefully give up some ground. You can make a move, put him in the corner, isolate him, chop him down, break him down.
As Lakai try to fight out here, and you have to think, Alex, the longer this thing goes, the more it will favor Cajegas. Because Lakai's a kind of guy here, once you get past that 10-15 minute mark, he's only been there 1 or 2 times in his life.
Yep, no, absolutely. I mean, I will say amateur background in his for Lakai in his amateur career in wrestling, that might be an advantage to him. I mean, like I said, I've been in the ring with him multiple times. He can go. He can go the distance by, I mean, hour, 45 minutes to an hour. I would dare say there's a handful of wrestlers in the world who can do that, and Cajegas being one of them.
And you talk about that amateur background, as we've heard many times, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where you could have that technical ability, but once Cajegas or your opponent's going to throw you off your game, it could really derail what you're planning on doing coming in.
Oh, a throat chop, I mean, that'll throw you right off. I mean, it doesn't like having a couple fingers jam you in your windpipe and really make you second guess what you're doing.
And we know Cajegas with those hands and feet, very swift, very educated.
Now he's isolating that head.
He's trying to send Lakai right back into that turnbuckle. Lakai going to reverse course, showing off his own strength. And the Leogon Haiti native fighting back here inside the Asylum. Your June Boom 3 main event. Arguably the toughest defense of Lakai's career here. Time number 2 against Cajegas. The Tokyo Monster sidesteps him.
I was just going to say, Cajegas might have made a mistake by getting him back to his feet, but it seems like...
And Lakai appears to be a bit stunned now. And this is an opening Cajegas might have been looking for.
Oh, those chops and those headlocks are going to break you down after a while. Playing it smart.
And now he's going to go for a cover here, lateral press, and fails to hook the leg. And when you're in there with a guy 250 pounds, the GWA heavyweight champion, something like hooking the leg is really the difference.
Oh, no, absolutely. I mean, it's champion's advantage in every match, and you take any shortcut you can. If whatever is going to give you that little bit of an edge to cover a 3, that's what it takes. This is where the rubber meets the road here. This is where we're going to see where Lakai can survive this or not. Now Cajegas he keeps going back to the head, and he keeps slowing him down.
He has him there in that almost sleeper-like hold.
Yep.
As both men work their way back up to a vertical base here. Lakai just throwing haymakers at this point.
He's just swinging on him and trying to hit anything that connects.
And the more punches he throws, the more he might tire himself out.
Deadly feet.
And Cajegas there.
And a cover. Look at the see right there. Perfect.
Pulls him right in for the forearm and 2.5.
Clothesline fall into him into a cover. That's perfect.
Randy Eller's hand was coming down for a 3rd time.
That
We
was
nearly
so
saw a brand new GWA heavyweight champion.
I think Lakai might be done. I don't think he's ever been rocked like this. I think that one kick upside his head has really got him rattled now.
Only a handful
Just
of
stick in
men
the head.
have held this title
Oh, this sucks.
in the history of this company.
This sucks. This thing hurts.
Trapped in the corner here. This is vintage Cajegas offense right here.
Now he's, like I said, he's known as a meat grinder for a reason. That's
How
one of
many
them.
times have we seen Cajegas take someone in the corner with those chops and punches and take liberties on him well beyond that 5 count?
I don't know how many people are going to want to tell him no.
It's a very good point. Randy Eller risking his own life in there.
Yep.
Trying to be the separation in between as Lakai
Another thing takes the wind out of you, those chops.
sent here into the near side corner. And Cajegas, a little hesitant in following him in, comes charging in, and that hesitation might have been the difference there as
First
Lakai
mistake on Cajegas' part all day.
sticks up the boot, and Cajegas
Oh, wow.
taken down with that backbreaker. And Lakai now,
Strength.
that T-bone release suplex,
Throwing almost 230 pounds like it's a bag of groceries.
launching him halfway across the ring right there. And now we know about Cajegas and his chops, but here comes Lakai with a series of his own. Ducks underneath, off the ropes, and Lakai right on top of the head, chopping down the tree of Cajegas.
And this is where he gets dangerous. Once he starts getting worked up, I mean, he just starts summoning that strength, and he just gets moving.
And Lakai almost gaining a second wind right here. He picks up the Tokyo Monster,
Makes it look so easy.
throws him over his shoulder. What's he gonna do with him here? Oh, Cajegas slips out the back and sends him stomach first right into the turnbuckle.
Veteran maneuver.
And he turns him around here. He's going for that Tokyo.
And the
Tokyo
driver.
Street Cutter. 2, 3. We got a new
Oh my
champion.
God, we got a new
You gotta be
champion. Holy
kidding me.
What just
Ladies and
happened?
gentlemen, the winner of the match, and new GWA Heavyweight Champion, the Tokyo Monster,
That was unbelievable.
History has been made on this June 14th afternoon. Nearly a year to the day of Lakai winning the championship for the first time, going undefeated for over a year in Gangrel's Wrestling Asylum. And now the frustration setting in, as that's not his music playing, Alex. It's that of the Tokyo Monster. And the former NWA World's Heavyweight Champion has just added some more hardware to his trophy case, as Haggis is the brand new GWA Heavyweight Champion.
He just won the most important thing that GWA has to offer. And that's right there, that experience right there. All it takes is one mistake, one slip, and you're going to be done. And that right, unbelievable. I literally did not see that coming.
Our socially distanced crowd here inside the asylum in a stunned silence after that victory by Haggis. We've seen him knock on the door before. He pushed, he budged, but Lakai wouldn't let him in. But on this June 14th afternoon, the Tokyo Monster gets the best of Lakai. And now two new champions here this afternoon.
Shows you anything can happen in wrestling at any given time. I told you, I mean, I don't even think he can believe it. He is...
As Lakai here, all bent out of shape.
About tearing himself up.
We certainly want to make sure that he's escorted out of the building before possibly more damage is done, but absolutely unbelievable right there as Lakai loses his championship.
Everyone was legitimately stunned here. I don't think anyone saw that coming as fast as that did. That was...
They certainly did not. That Tokyo Street Cutter puts him away, and Haggis, the brand new GWA Heavyweight Champion, folks. An unbelievable event here inside the Asylum for June Boom 3. I'm going to go say bye to everyone inside the Asylum. But for Alex Chamberlain, I am Blake Chadwick. Thank you for joining us here on our live streams of June Boom 3.